Good evening, everyone, and for those who are joining me, and for those who will be watching the replay, I am going to do a recap of the BLAB workshops that Avon held in the last couple weeks. And so I just wanted to share a little bit with you about some things that we learned. And so here we go. Okay, so I'm sure that the majority of you have heard of Boss Life. That is Avon's campaign right now. And we have what's called the Boss Life Selling System. This was defined as a philosophy that says I can use what's unique and personal about myself to reach out to others authentically and help them with their beauty needs in the way that makes them most comfortable. And by doing so, I can more successfully build my business and achieve my dream in life. So we're going to talk a little bit more about the Boss Life tonight and what the B, the O, and the S stand for. This is the formula, and I know the picture might be a little blurry, that Avon shared with us. It's called the 5-10-20 formula. In a healthy business, to maintain and to grow a healthy business, you are going to want to... Oops, sorry. Hi, Patty.
Hey there.
We just got started. I'm going to mute you so we don't have any background noise, okay? You can unmute yourself later on when you want to talk. Okay, so this is a formula that Avon shared with everybody at the BLAB workshops called the 5-10-20 formula. Basically, it says to maintain, or for those who are just getting started, to grow a healthy business, you should be making 5 contacts a day, 5 days a week. So if you do that, you can have 25 new contacts every week. Now, for those of you that are already in leadership where you've started building a team, you would want to maximize your business by having 10% of your team in leadership or actively recruiting. So, for instance, if you have a team of 10 people, you would want to have, besides yourself, at least one person who is actively recruiting and growing their team as well. And then, to master your business, you want to have 20% of your team selling at President's Club level. And we're going to talk a little bit more about President's Club level when we get to the selling portion of Boss Life, of the boss. Okay? So are you building or maintaining a healthy business? So I'm going to take everybody off mute. And this is the time to share. So if anybody wants to share, please say your name and let us know some ideas. How are you building or maintaining a healthy business? Are you contacting 5 people a day, 5 days a week, or what are you doing? Who would like to share?
Well, this is Patty. I was not feeling well, so I was in bed yesterday and decided to just shoot out a great text to 25 of my people. I'm just starting out this week, and I just received my 4th order. So it was pretty profitable.
That's great, Patty. You're sick and not feeling well, but you still found a way to be able to reach out with texting. There's so many different ways to contact people these days. So, yeah, so you got 25 done. You're done for the week, right?
Yes. And I just had somebody text me and said that they were having trouble getting on my website, and I texted her another link, and she's doing okay. So she's shopping as we speak. So hopefully I'll have 25% return is that a toy? I don't know. I can't even think. I'm still sick. Whatever that return rate is, it's pretty darn good.
All right. I'm sorry that you're not feeling well. I hope you feel better soon. So
that's okay. At least I'm an Avon captivated audience.
Yeah.
And I got my box today, so that was really exciting.
Oh, you got your kit?
I did.
Which one did you order?
Oh, I just ordered the little one because then I wanted everything else customized. So I'm going crazy on everything else.
Awesome. That's okay. You know, I tell people don't feel like you have to spend, you know, the $50 or the $100 because the $25 will suffice. And then I tell other people too, and you already thought of it yourself, that you can buy other things that you want at any time. So, okay. So, anybody else? I see there's a caller. I'm not sure. There's no name that's on, and I am recording it. Some people are listening to the. There's Avon's doing a webinar right now. A flexible ordering webinar. That's what they're doing. Some people are on that, so they'll listen to it. Besides Patty, is there somebody else on the? It just says caller 1. Well, that's okay. Okay. So this is a great way to maintain or build a healthy business. Is 5 contacts a day. And then as you're building a team, you want to make sure you're offering them and encouraging them to go into leadership and sales at President's Club level. And we're going to talk about that in a moment. All right. So everybody needs a piece of paper and a pen or pencil. So if you don't have one, grab one. And we're going to do a little activity. Okay. Oh, I guess it's not time for the activity. It must be the next one. All right. So the first B, or the B in BOSS, stands for belief. So do you believe in Avon and your business? What do you need to increase your belief? And how can we as a team support you? Would anybody like to share about your belief in your Avon business? Maybe what brought you into Avon, why you chose Avon, or what has changed with you since you've joined. You know, maybe you joined, like for instance, I joined, it's been almost 15 years. And when I joined, my children were little. They were only 1 and just turned 5. And so I was a stay-at-home mom at the time, and well, I kind of still am, I guess. But I was doing daycare in my home, and my Avon lady, who I bought from at the time, used to come and deliver my Avon. She said I'd be surrounded by all these children, because I had anywhere, say, from 3 to 5 kids in my house each day. Not all the time, but there were sometimes I had up to 5 children. And, of course, preschool and under, particularly. And she's like, you should sell Avon. And I used to say, oh, I could never do that. But I was shy. I still am shy somewhat, but I've come out of my shell over the last several years. But I just wanted to sell Avon to make some extra grocery money, maybe, you know, so I could take the boys out to do something fun now and then, you know, just to have a little bit of money of my own since I was a stay-at-home mom. I had been a mental health social worker before I had children, so I was in the working world. And I've always done something. I did the home daycare and so forth. But, you know, I was getting a little burnt out of that, but I still wanted to be home with my kids. So I started out just believing, you know, I could only make a little bit of grocery money. Well, now, as the years have gone by, there's been different things happening in our life. My oldest was diagnosed with autism, which has made it so I really need something flexible. He's graduated from high school last year, though, thank goodness. But, you know, those school years, especially elementary, he would have, you know, a lot of issues in school, and I had to be there to go get him if needed and whatnot. And just the flexibility with that. And, there's times my husband has lost his job as the economy's kind of tanked. And so over the years, my belief has changed. Now I believe and I understand that Avon can be more than just making a little grocery money. I was able to keep up with our mortgage when my husband wasn't working there for some time. He was off for at least 15 months at one time. We never missed a mortgage payment. Um, so, would anybody like to share about your belief? If not, that's okay.
Well, I'll share. It's Patty again. I'm used to talking in groups, so I'm used to actually heading groups. So I got into Avon for a couple of different reasons. I spend a lot of money on my makeup, and I won't name the lines, but I was kind of researching makeups and decided I'm paying way too much for this. And I used to sell Avon like 10 years ago, and I did pretty well at it, but then I got caught up in the grind and raising a family, and then I got in a head-on collision car accident. And I was in a wheelchair, then I went to a walker, then a cane, and now I walk really well, unless I'm really tired, and then you can notice a little bit of something. But now I don't work. I'm disabled. I just wasn't able to sit behind a desk even. And I do want extras because my pay is a whole lot less than what I was making. I was a banker at Quicken Loans, and I was used to making a ton of money. And so I explained to Avon when I called and said that I wanted to come on board, that I want to pay off some of my doctor bills, but I also just want to have fun, and I want to be surrounded by a lot of Christian ladies and men and whatever that just have the same kind of beliefs that I do. And I want to be surrounded by positivity, and that's kind of why I joined last week.
All right. Well, thank you so much for sharing part of your story there, Patty. I'm glad that you're doing well, and I'm glad that you came back to Avon. So you did well before. Let me ask, did you believed that Avon was a way to make money and have that fun?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I wasn't president's level or anything like that, but I made enough money to, go on vacations and things like that. And,
Right.
it was great extra spending money, and I got my things at great discount. And I was thinking about, where do I want to go? What do I want to sell? And the first thing that popped in my mind, and I had a bunch of places trying to recruit me, Mary Kay and Arbonne and Unique and all that kind of stuff. And I went, no, I'm going back to Avon. I like Avon, so here I am.
Great. Well, we're happy to have you.
Well, I'm happy to be here. You guys have been so inspirational. I mean, I've only been here a couple of days, but between the changes that Avon has gone through, I mean, we didn't have any of this a number of years ago, or I wasn't very active in this stuff, I'm not sure. But the online stuff, and we had the store, but I didn't really use it back then because I was running retail and traveling around the U.S. and stuff like that. But anyway, I think it's fantastic, and I think I'm going to get a lot out of it.
Yes, I love New Avon. Been about almost 2 years now since we became New Avon. So they've made some great positive changes. And, the old Avon was good too, but I really see it turning around. And yes, I love the Avon Social and, all the support you can find on Facebook and so on.
Absolutely, because you've been here 15 years, you said. So you were here 10 years ago when I was here, and so you've seen all those changes.
Yes, and there's times you get frustrated and stuff, but if you call and or email, let Avon know any of your concerns. They do listen to us, and there's things that I've seen change from just issues that I've had over the years. So
Well,
Okay,
Anna has been a book of knowledge. I can tell you
good.
that. If I have any questions whatsoever, she's there in a heartbeat to answer them for me. So kudos goes out to that girl.
Good. She's listening to the other webinar right now, but she's going to listen to this replay, so I'm sure that'll make her happy.
Okay, good.
Okay. So we're going to do our activity now because in order to fulfill, I'm going to go back to the slide beforehand, to maintain your business, we said that a healthy business, you need 5 contacts a day, 5 days a week. We're going to do a little activity, and we're going to take 4 minutes, so I hope everybody has their paper and pencil or pen. And this is an activity. I want you to look at this, and you can get 40 prospects in 4 minutes, okay? So I want you to think of 4 relatives, 4 friends, 4 neighbors, 4 places you do business, 4 people from your worship, church, or wherever, 4 people in your cell phone, 4 Facebook friends, people you know through your kids or other family members, and 4 out-of-state relatives. So I'm going to set a timer, and I want you guys to write down and go. See how many people you can come up with in 4 minutes. I need some music, don't I? Let's see. See if I can come up with some writing music. Two minutes left. One minute. $30 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. My dog's barking at the motorcycle outside. 2, 1. Okay, time is up. So, how did everybody do? How many people did you get? Adosh. Was anybody able to come up with 40?
This is kind of what I did yesterday and came up with the 25, but I came up with another 17 tonight that I didn't think of yesterday. So
Great.
I've at least got another 17 more people to contact.
Awesome. So if you take this, say, every Sunday or maybe Monday morning, whenever is good for you, or once a week, you actually sit down and do this, you can come up with, say, 10 to 40. 40 is kind of hard to do sometimes. People every week. And even just one day later, you thought of some new people. So this is a nice tool that I like to use on a weekly basis to come up with prospects. So, you just never know who, a Facebook friend, or you might meet a new neighbor, especially as the weather's getting warmer. People be outside a little bit more. Friends, take this sheet and try it, once a week. And this can really help you get your 5x5, your 5 contacts 5 days a week. Okay? What do you think of this? Do you guys like this?
Yeah, the places you do business is really helpful. I did reach out to them yesterday, and the gal that does my nails is willing to put my books in her salon. The gal that does my hair is doing the same, and my pharmacist is willing to do the same thing there. So hopefully I'll get a lot of business out of those.
Very nice. Awesome, Patty. You're doing great. Okay.
Thanks.
All right, so the next thing we want to talk about is the O. The O stands for outreach. Okay? So, outreach is not about a one-time event. If you do a vendor show, or if you go into your bank just one time and leave books and stuff, but it is about recruiting new people, or recruiting new people to join your team, or recruiting new customers. Outreach is not about recruiting and forget, and this is more about team building, but you could think of it as, not just reaching out to a new customer and forgetting about them, but building relationships. Outreach is not about leaving your team or your customers alone, giving them a brochure and expect them to call you, but it's about leading, managing, and following up. Outreach is not about micromanaging, telling your potential representatives, your team members, or your customers exactly what they need, what you think they need, but understanding their needs. Ask them what kind of products they already use, and maybe how you can convert them to the Avon version of that. Outreach is not about hard sell, saying, you need to buy this for me, but to help them solve their problems, whether it's a skincare problem or maybe helping them to find a present for someone, helping them to solve their problems, whether it's through products or even money problems, or wanting to be able to make more friends, how the Avon opportunity could help them. Also, outreach is not about high pressure, but it's about checking in on people and letting them know that you care, and is there anything that you can do for them. Okay? So in outreach, what does this mean? Now that you have a list of people. Oh, your list of people that you came up with. How can you reach out to those people on your list? Anybody have any ideas of how to outreach to people that you've listed? Well, one way you could is by if you gave somebody a brochure or send them to your website, you can follow up with them. Just send them a text maybe a day or two before your order's going in, saying, "Hey, I'm putting my order in. Is there something that I can get for you?" If that's a potential customer. Oh, sorry about my dog. Otto. Okay. Another way to outreach from your list of people is, giving them samples. And when they've tried the sample, ask them, follow up with them, ask them how they liked it to get the full size sale. Just a minute, let me quiet my dog down. Sorry, he heard somebody outside.
I have a puppy that does the same thing.
Okay, so some of the things that I've done actually I'll share something I did today. If you're on the Facebook group, you may have seen my live video. But I run a dog business, and this is only my dog here right now. I run a dog business where I do some boarding and so on. I drop in visits, but I had these two little dogs that I watched for about 11 nights while their family was on vacation. And I would send them pictures and stuff of the dogs and let them know how they were doing. And the woman was so happy to see that they were having a good time and that they were relaxed and that there were people with them and stuff. And she said to me that she feels bad because she has to leave them home alone a lot because they both work a lot and her girls are teenagers now, so they don't pay as much attention to the dogs. And so this was all over text that we were doing this. I actually have never met her in person yet. And her name is Jamie. I'd forgotten her name on the video, but now I looked it up. It was Jamie. And so I just sent her a little thing, a text, and I said, "What if I could show you a way that you can not have to work so much, but still make the income that you need?" And so I didn't tell her it was Avon, but she's like, "Oh, what's that?" And I said, "Well, I'll talk to you tomorrow when you pick up the dogs." But I ended up not being home. My son was home, and he gave her the dogs and stuff. So, but they left a few things behind, a water bowl, some of the dog's medicine and stuff. So I took that over to their house today to drop it off. And I took a brochure and a recruiting flyer and some samples, and I left it with her girls because she wasn't home from work. And I'm going to talk to her about possibly joining Avon. So that's a great way to reach out to people, is helping them to solve their problems. So I'm hoping that the Avon opportunity will be something that she's interested in, because I would love for her to be able to not have to work so much and be able to have the time that she wants with her dogs. I know if you're not a dog person, that might sound kind of funny, but also she has teenage girls, and I'm sure before you know it, they're going to be moving out of the house and so forth. My boys, I know they don't like to spend so much time with mom anymore, but so listening to people, and that's a great way to outreach and help solve problems. Okay, so let's go on. Right now, I just wanted to make you informed, in case you didn't know, that we have a BLAB, Build Like a Boss, incentive going on right now. And it was good through campaigns 1 through 10. So we still have a few more campaigns left on that. And for every person that you recruit who joins your team as an Avon representative, when they place their first or second paid order of $150 or more, you're going to receive a scratch-off ticket. And there's all kinds of prizes. I've seen somebody win a Yeti cooler, $100 cash. I know two ladies that each won an iPhone X. Monday night, I was at a meeting in Taylor, and let's see, what did she earn? What did she earn? Oh, she earned one of those Echo Dots. I guess it's like an Alexa, where you can say, turn on the TV or whatever. Somebody won movie tickets. There's cash. There's free Rep Fest registration. So if you've already paid for your Rep Fest, they will reimburse that if you earn that one. So there's all kinds of great prizes. So that's good through Campaign 10. So if you want to earn a scratch-off ticket, outreach to people now and earn some BLAB tickets. Okay. Oops. Sorry. The next thing we're going to talk about is the first S, and it stands for selling. Okay, and you've all made a list. So even if you're listening to the replay, I hope you took that 4 minutes to make your list. If not, do it now. When you outreach by selling to customers, you can achieve what's called President's Club, and there's higher levels as well. So this President's Club cycle, as we call it, runs from campaigns 1, the beginning of the year, all the way to the end, campaign 26. So we're still at the beginning of the year. So even if you just got started, you still have a chance to earn and enter President's Club for the year. So the first level is President's Club if you sell $10,000. And you can take the $10,000, divide it by how many campaigns we have left over the year, and that can give you your average sales that you need each campaign. We have Honor Society at $20,000, Rose Circle $35,000, and you can see continue on. David H. McConnell, he was the very first president of Avon. $65,000, President's Council $110,000, and Inner Circle $210,000. I'm sorry, $220,000. Each levels have some different benefits to it. And you can see down here that you can earn and redeem points for prizes. So I turned in some of my points to help pay for Rep Fest. In the past, I've turned in points and I got a new barbecue grill. We got my son a bicycle when he was younger. Let's see, what are some of the other things? Oh, we bought a griddle. Got a griddle for the kitchen, which broke. We had to get another one. But that's because it fell out of the cupboard. It wasn't a bad griddle. All kinds of things. You can earn and redeem points. You also will get birthday, holiday, and anniversary points. So my 15th anniversary is in June, and when you reach milestones, they give you points, and I'm going to get 200 points for being with Avon for 15 years. One of the best things about President's Club is that you're guaranteed a 40% earnings, no matter what your order size is. So even if I turn in a $100 order, I'm still going to get 40% earnings. You get 25% earnings on fixed earning things like the clothing, the shoes, the products that, like Disney products or anything that we get from other vendors. As a President's Club member, you can order more demos. Representatives are limited to one demo each from the What's New, unless it says no limit. At President's Club, you can get 3, Honor Society 5, and it increases gradually. Also, every year, there's a national trip. You have the opportunity to earn the PRP, President's Recognition Program, national trip, celebration, and more. So, it is beneficial to sell to achieve President's Club. One of the great ways to make President's Club, and this is how I achieved it my first year, because I started in campaign 14. So I was started late in the cycle my very first year. And one of the ways that I made it that year was holding a fundraiser. Sorry, let me fix this. I did it for my church choir. And, okay, not going to touch it anymore. With a fundraiser, basically you can have a person or an organization that needs to raise funds for something. I've done funds for church choirs. I've done funds for fundraisers for someone who was going on a mission trip. I've done fundraisers for schools on a smaller scale. I've done, different church groups, things like that. So you find a group, and there are flyers on youravan.com under fundraising. So check those out. But fundraisers can help increase your earnings immediately. So, for example, even a small group with only 20 participants, if they each sell $15 worth of products to 10 customers, each customer is going to give you a $3,000 order. That gives you a $3,000 order. So $150 per person times 20 is $3,000. So with our fundraisers as well, Avon guarantees a 50% earnings in that campaign. So you can decide what percentage of the $1,500 that you want to go towards the fundraiser. So you can give them the entire $1,500. You could give them 40%. It's up to you. So typically when I do a fundraiser, a guaranteed 50% earnings, I do give them 40%. I keep 10%, which helps to pay for the flyers and so forth. And then even though I'm not earning a whole lot on that fundraiser, I am getting the sales towards Make Presidents Club. And you can have contacts then for future customers that you would not have been able to get on your own. So you can reach more potential customers. Fundraising means networking with a variety of people, and every contact is a potential customer or a source of referrals and prospective recruit. And my very first fundraiser that I did was for my church choir. And just to bring up Anna again, she wasn't selling at the time, but her sister-in-law was one of my very first team members, and she sold very well at that fundraiser. And then the people at her work kept asking her for Avon. So she eventually joined as an Avon representative. And she's had some stuff in her life going, but she's been on and off with me in Avon for close to 15 years now, 14. And she's brought Anna on to the business, and Anna's doing excellent. So you can find potential recruits too. And it can really help you to fast track to President's Club and above. And there's just so many great benefits with President's Club. So think about some organizations or people that you know that need to raise funds. Maybe you know a couple that's adopting. And they need to raise some funds for their adoption. Or somebody that maybe has hospital bills. They do bowling fundraisers and so forth. So fundraising can really help fast track you in your sales and find future and potential customers and recruits. Okay, one other thing that they talked about at the BLAB workshops, and I have not taken full advantage of this, it's somewhat new, and I want to try to get my customers on board with this, is that through the website, if you have website customers, they can sign up for auto replenish. So it's available with our Aspira products and our new products. So if someone is taking the vitamins, whether they take the daily pack of the 3 or the multivitamin, or the protein powder, there's something that they really like, or they're regularly taking Aspira, they can sign up for auto replenish. And when they do that, they can choose the products that they want. Avon will automatically replenish their supply every 30 days. Now, about a week before, they will get an email from Avon, and if they don't want the auto replenish, they can decline it. But by signing up for auto replenish, they get 10% savings. So the say the 3-pack multivitamin and the is $30, so they can save $3 just by having the auto replenish. And the same with a new, if they have a new regimen. So go to your website and check out the auto replenish and talk to your loyal customers that take Aspira and or use a new about the auto replenish. It'll save the money. They won't have to worry about running out. And it'll be guaranteed sales for you every month because you know you have certain customers. So that's one of my goals in the next month that I want to work on is getting people signed up for that auto replenish. So that's a neat thing that's somewhat new that I want you all to be aware of and that they made us aware of. Okay, so get out your cell phones. If you're on your cell phone for this seminar, you can do this later. This is recorded, so you'll be seeing this. But this special package is available in your What's New. This is a nice bag, and it's really nice packaging. I just ordered 10 of them, and you get 4 products. We have the new Ultimate Day, the Power Serum, Skin So Soft, Soft and Sensual Body Lotion in mini sizes, and then we get a full-size lipstick. And I think it's Cherry Jubilee. Don't mark my word on that. Check your What's New. I'd have to look. You can take a picture of this, and I also shared a picture of it on our Facebook group. And text 5 friends this message. Do it now if you're capable. I have a special offer for you. $30 of product for only $10. Would you like to try some of Avon's best sellers at a fraction of the retail price? Send this. You can order these products out of the What's New for as low as $4.80 each. When your customers do buy these and they try it, you want to make sure that you follow up with them to get the products at the full size after they try the trial size. And I'm going to tell you, we had a special deal, which I can't offer you, but Avon Corporate offered for anybody who was at the BLAB workshop. For $55, we got 2 of these packs and 2 of the full-size products of these, all for $55. So we can sell those for $20 and then follow up with people. And even the Power Serum alone regularly costs $40 each. So that was a great deal. So you want to try to get to workshops and stuff when you can, because they always have special deals for us. So I took advantage and I ordered one of the 2-pack sets. And I also ordered 10 extra. So I am going to be taking these the Best of Beauty picks with me when I make deliveries. I'm going to be making deliveries on Friday and selling these for $10 to people. So text those out, and then if you get any orders, you can even just replies to your text when we're on the meeting. Let us know. You can go in the chat box and let us know, even if I have you muted. Okay. So we talked about selling. So what are some things, if anybody would like to share? I see Ashley joined us. And Patty is still here, and caller 1, whomever that is. What are some things that are you going to try to do to grow your sales and achieve President's Club this year? Anybody have any ideas or anything that you liked that I shared?
Well, I loved your fundraiser thing. I would have never thought about that. And I'm used to doing fundraisers in retail. I haven't been in retail for a little bit. So I'm going to grab that and see if I can try to run with that.
Great. And if you go on yourAvon.com, we have some all-new fundraiser flyers. I think I counted 11 of them. So there's different products. There are some skincare ones. There's some makeup ones. You can let your organization choose 1 or 2, or they can do all 11 if they want. But our fundraisers are guaranteed 50% earnings for them.
Okay, that sounds great.
You decide how much you want to give them.
Oh, absolutely.
I would say keep at least 10% to pay for the flyers and stuff.
Right.
Yeah. So, yep, that'll be help fast track you to President's Club.
Sounds great.
Okay. I'm not for sure how I want to achieve President's Club, but I want to try to, especially since it's the beginning of the year, I want to try to achieve the most that I can achieve in 1 year.
Okay. Is this Ashley?
Yes, sorry.
No, that's okay. That's okay. I recognized your voice, but I wanted to make sure. Okay. So, you need to make sure that you set yourself a goal. Because you can just say you want to achieve the most you can achieve. But you need to know what you want to achieve, and you need to make it smart. Is it specific, measurable, attainable, relatable, and time bound? Okay, and
Okay.
I'll share that on the Facebook group later. This how to make a SMART goal. I probably have in the past, but you're somewhat new, so you may not have seen it before. But if you aim for just saying I want to do the best I can, you might not reach anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you can. I know you came in late, so I don't know if you saw what the sales levels. For President's Club, you need $10,000. So if you take however many campaigns, there's 26 a year, divide how many we have left for the year, divide $10,000 by that, you can see about how much you would have to sell each campaign. And that can help you set a goal for that.
Oh, okay.
Okay? And there'll be a replay of this so you can go back and watch the beginning and see what the different benefits are, President's Club and social. All right. Anybody else want to share about how you're going to grow your sales or achieve President's Club this year? Okay. So that was our first S. We're going to talk about the second S in boss. Support. And this is probably my favorite S. My favorite thing is supporting you guys. So, and I hear it all the time from everybody. I don't want to bug you. Okay, I'm a night owl, and I'm like always available, which maybe I shouldn't always be available. But I'm here to support you. But besides me, there's all kinds of great support. Patty was talking about it earlier, how Avon, all the great things that have come along with New Avon. So we have Avon U. If you have not checked out Avon U on youravon.com, you need to. It is great support and training to give you wonderful ideas on how to grow your sales and find customers and talk to people and so on. The Facebook groups, we have a team group, plus there's Avon sponsored groups, and there are other groups by other Avon representative leaders that you can join. And I went through earlier today, or it might have been last night, but I think it was today, and I actually linked some of my favorite groups to our Facebook group. So if you're not in some of the linked groups that I have put on there, join them. One of them would be like Avon's Social, the social selling show. I've learned so much about social selling. One of my favorite groups is Onward No Matter What. It is led by Molly Stone Bibb. She's an executive leader with Avon. We have, for those in Michigan, and I think everybody on the call is from Michigan, we have the Northwest Avon Region Group. So get into these groups and learn from one another. We have one-on-one mentoring. When a new representative that I personally appoint comes on, I always do a one-on-one meeting. And I know Anna did the same thing for you, Patty. And I know you guys have been talking a lot, so that's great.
Right.
We also have area coaches that are employees of Avon. We have some right in Michigan. There's Ohio has them too. I was just in Ohio this past weekend with a representative. They hold workshops like online like this, where we do a team call. We have homework. Um, when you get your first a person appointed on your team, you can join what's called boot camp or the path to bronze ambassador. Just there's all kinds of support. So I wanted to ask you, what kind of supports have you guys used? Have I'm sure some of you have been in the Facebook groups. What do you enjoy? Which of these kind of things have you used and do you like?
I got on the Avon social and listened to a couple of them, and I liked that they broke it down like different ways that you could do social media and stuff like that, and how they explained that not only should you have like a family Facebook page, you should have like a business Facebook and stuff like that, so it gets you out there more than just everybody in like your family and regular friends, and they get like bored and tired of you just like, you know.
Yeah, your personal profile, they'll be like, Ashley started selling Avon, and now that's all she talks about, and so delete.
Right.
Or unfollow. So yeah, good. So did you create a page?
I did started creating a page, but I have to make more. I have to get in there and tweak it and do some other stuff to it to make it prettier, I guess you'd say.
Very good. Okay. Anybody else want to share? Okay, and then you can think about this as well, but how can I support you and or your specific mentor? And how can also, as you start building a team, you want to think about what you can do to support your team as they start coming on. So think of the things that you like and make sure that you're supporting your team as well as they come aboard. Okay, and so those are our the four. The BOSS, BOSS, stands for belief, outreach, selling, and support. All right, so if you can focus on those things, you can really grow and work your Avon business and make it to what you want it to be. Okay, the last thing I wanted to talk about tonight is RepFest. Let me tell you, RepFest is the best thing ever that you will ever do to grow your business. It's a great time where we get together with representatives from all across the nation. I've heard there's about 5,000 signed up so far. They're hoping for 10,000. There's an early bird special, which is ending soon. If you register by March 31st, it's $119. And with that $119, we get a concert with Rascal Flatts, which I'm excited about. And Barbara Corcoran from Shark Tank is going to be sharing. And I'm telling you, it would probably cost $119 just to go hear her speak. And we also get a swag bag. Now, I'm going to tell you, last year we went to Nashville. And we get a swag bag. It's a nice tote bag. It'll be different every year. And there's all kinds of product in it and everything. And we then the very last seminar before we left, or the general session, they launched Aspira at RepFest. They told us it was coming out. It officially started in just campaign 3 of this year. But all representatives who attended Aspira got 3 months supply of the multivitamin 3-pack. All of them. We got the Restful Sleep, we got the Calm, we got protein. We got 3 months supply worth of all of the Aspira products, which itself, I don't even know what that's valued at. So, and I've heard, I don't know if it's true, but I heard that we may be coming out with something new in the Aspira line that is quite popular. That's all I'm going to say, in other direct sales companies. So, I don't know. Maybe we'll get something new this year for those that attend. And I know some of you are already signed up. If you're not, you want to try to go to RepFest. And it's close for us this year. It's in Columbus, less than 4 hours away probably for most of us. So check that out. If you need a babysitter, get that worked out. I still have room for 2 more people in my car driving from Lincoln Park area. If you want to ride with me. Get your hotel. You can book everything right through the avonrepfest.com website. And the number one reason why you should attend RepFest is because it's my birthday weekend. So come celebrate my birthday with me.
I hear you're giving out gifts.
Yes, I will be giving out gifts.
I think that's backwards.
That's okay. So anybody who attends will be getting a gift from me on my birthday.
From you?
From me, yes.
I said it's backwards.
It is.
Right.
Okay. So
I have a question.
You all attending will be my gift. Who has a question?
Ashley.
Okay, go ahead.
Is in the early bird special, does that include your hotel, or do you have to pay extra for your hotel room?
You have to pay extra for your hotel room and stuff. That includes the cost of the conference. So there's general sessions. There's different training conferences. It includes the concert. It includes Barbara Corcoran. It includes the swag bag. But it's all the workshops in the conference itself. The hotel is separate. But if you need, if you want to go, we can help find you a roommate to help cover that cost.
And you don't have to pay for the hotel until you actually go there. You just have to reserve it.
Yeah, you could reserve. Like I heard some people are checking out Airbnb in the area and stuff. So.
Yeah, we heard that at the workshop.
We can't hear you very well, Anna.
I'm sorry. We heard that at the workshop. They said somebody mentioned that.
Yeah.
Airbnb. Yeah,
somebody at one of the BLAB workshops said they got an Airbnb. They got like a house and there's like 3 bedrooms or something. So. All right. Well, that's all I have for you tonight. I will get the replay up as soon as possible. And any other questions?
Yeah, I wanted to mention that the social selling really helps with your Facebook page, your business page, and your groups. And actually, I found that I get more response on my Facebook group than I do on my page. The page is kind of, I don't know what it is, but the group, at least I have some interaction on my Facebook group.
Yep, and don't expect it to happen overnight as you share on your social. Just remain consistent. Go into that Avon Social and really learn how to set up posts that will post automatically for you, even when you're speaking or you're busy with kids or whatever. So go in and, or at work or whatever you have going on in your life. If you're not feeling well. Really listen to all the replays. Check out that content planner and get your Avon Social moving forward. And over time, you'll see progress. You'll wake up to new email that you get an order on your website.
And I find too, if I may mention, that I get a lot of people that ask me about, they question about, like, what's the skincare regimen? I don't understand. How do I know which one to use? And we have a lot under the Campaign Central for products, new products. There's a lot of information there on just about everything. I've used that a lot.
Yeah, and on your website too, for your customers, there is a skincare consultant where they'll answer these questions and it'll recommend the skincare products for them. I'm actually going to send that to one of my customers. She's wanting to try some skincare samples. I'm going to send her the questionnaire and see what they recommend and then get her some samples.
I use mineral foundation, and this is Patty. I use mineral foundation, and before I came back on board, I needed to make sure that Avon had a mineral foundation that didn't have bismuth. I think it's bismuth oxalate. A lot of people are allergic to like bare minerals and things like that because it makes them itch. Does anybody out there know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yes.
so somebody knows what I'm talking about. The Avon, oh, help me out, I'm still a rookie. The Avon True Color,
Uh-huh.
not the one that's in the tube that pumps, but the one that's in
The
the one
floss.
that you squeeze.
Oh, yeah.
The first one on the page.
I know
You know
what
which one I'm talking about?
Yeah.
I'm such a rookie.
Yes, no, I know what you're talking about, but it slipped my mind.
Okay,
Like the
they were
primer.
so nice. They were so nice at headquarters when I called. They looked up every mineral makeup for me to find that there was one that did not have bismuth in it.
Yeah.
And that was like the final thing that made me want to come back to Avon because they took that time. So if anybody has customers out there that are allergic to the itchy stuff in the foundations and whatever, we do have a line that won't make them itch.
Great. Thank you for sharing.
Yeah, well, a roundabout way anyway. I'm very wordy.
You're
Sorry.
fine. All right. Well, I will see you all on Facebook. And thank you for joining me. And I'll get the replay up as soon as it downloads. Have a good
And if
night.
anybody, one more thing,
Yeah.
Anna grouped me up with Judy to go to Rep Fest, and I'm sure if we talk to Judy, if there's one person that's spare out there that can't find a room, we could probably still find someplace that has a suite, and maybe move into a suite and split it 3 ways.
I looked for a suite. I didn't find any.
Okay.
I looked for a suite when I was looking for us to get for a suite, and I couldn't find any.
Oh, you didn't find any at the Drury, but did you find one in any of the other hotels?
No.
Huh.
Let me tell you, Avon is expecting 10,000 people, and they have reserved. They have blocked off with the hotels that many rooms. Okay.
Yeah.
So after, as it gets closer, and if not that many people have registered for RepFest, some of those rooms are going to open up.
Yeah.
Because they have them blocked off.
Right.
So, if you're out, you might still be able to do that. So, starting the beginning of July, they're going to say, okay, there's not going to be this many people coming or whatever. So, there'll be more rooms that will open up as it gets closer.
Right.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for all the information.
You're welcome. Have a good night.
Thank you.